Good morning, traders. It's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy, and welcome in my weekly forex forecast, which is first for upcoming year. I would also like to wish you a lot of profits in upcoming year, a lot of health, and I hope that all your dreams become true. I hope this year will be really great for you. So let's start. Let's see what we have on the market, which is still a little bit slow. Remember that we have conflict between US and Iran, so this may also affect pairs which are connected to oil. And we of course have Brexit still with the GBP pairs, which is not solved yet. So first pair will be EURCHF. What we have on the weekly chart is if we zoom out, we will see that price is on the quite nice and strong support level on the weekly chart. We still have a little bit lower, another zone where price might react. We see those previous spikes, but it looks like maybe price is touching this. Of course, we always understand and we remember that this is area of the support and area of the resistance, so we can just say, okay, we are on the nice support level right now. Yes, here we can just adjust to current price action, which is here. Another level for this pair will be a little bit lower, which is somewhere here. So we still have room for continuation. Of course, we see on the weekly chart that we are in the down trend. Yes, so we have support level, resistance on the weekly will be here on those previous spikes, and because we are on the support level or area of the support, we might expect bigger retracement, another bounce like it happened here. So in case of the bounce, our target is the 36 EMA plus resistance, but because this is still some strong trend, we might expect breakout and continuation to the next area of support zone. If we try to draw any trend line, we will see that the only line is here. It's only with the two touches, so it's close to the 36 EMA. So this is also might be our target when price decides to react here. So we go to daily chart, and what we can find. Let me delete this line. We will not need this. So right now what we can do is to focus on possible breakouts for this pair. For me, it looks like now that we might get bounce and the reaction. In this case, if we would like to look for long bounce entries, aggressive entries, because it's against main direction, we should target the daily 36 EMA plus resistance on the daily chart. So somewhere around this area, this will be our first target, which might be also, because we don't know yet, we don't have confirmation, but if this is the range, more or less this area will be 50% of the range, a little bit higher, but still more or less this zone. Yeah, but we don't know yet if this is range or not. Daily, weekly chart is still pointing down. On the daily, we still see that price is going down but is reaching support. So in case of the long scenarios, first we would like to of course manage our trades around the 36, around the resistance, and then in case of breakout of this zone, we have another targets from the weekly chart. Why we would like to manage this position here? Simply because after bounce, because we still have downtrend, we might get retracement to this area and then another continuation to retest support or breakout and for the next one. Yeah, so that's why we would like to manage this. Another option, if we don't want to trade aggressively against main direction, you just wait for some retracements, and then if you see daily short 1 to 3s, then you can look simply for short entries, but remember your target is here on the support or on the previous spikes. Yes, so there you have to manage your trade. So if we go to 4-hour time frame, we will see that we have this trend line right now. We also can get this funny 4-hour chart 1 to 3, but it's still here. So on the daily and weekly chart, it looks like a false breakout as a spike. Yes, so this is but on the 4-hour chart, we see that price broke and is making lower lows, and for now it's making lower highs also. but if we trade something like this, then we have to understand that this is a little bit aggressive, because like you said, on the daily and on the weekly this is false breakout, so not exactly price might continue with this setup. Yes, to be sure, we will need to get another setup below. So if we get this, then we have like confirmation that okay, a price would like to stay below, so we can look for possible short scenario. So if you would like to trade a little bit more in the conservatively, then you have to wait for this. This is a little bit aggressive for now, but still possible to take. But it's better to mix this setup with lower time frames, like 5 minute or 15, because then you have room to manage your trade. And even if this is a false breakout, but price decide to go a little bit lower to retest still those previous lows, you still can get a winning trade. Yes, so this might be your intraday or scalping idea here. If you see that price is not breaking this trend line but is breaking this 2-3 line, you get volatility, you might look for short scenarios here. And of course our long scenarios after breakout, like I explained at the beginning. Yes, so we can even go to 1 hour chart and we can say, okay, let me adjust a little bit this line. We wait for breakout. If I have 1 hour chart 1 to 3 here, then I look for the longs. When I get breakout of this trend line, I switch to lower time frames. I look for the 1 to 3s, and then I look for setups to target, of course, those previous lows. So this is idea for the Euro CHF. EURGBP is another pair. We had, of course, really strong move, and also price reached nice support level on the weekly chart. If we pay attention to those previous spikes where we have big reactions, price already retested this. Of course, this was really strong move for cable, 1000 pip in one direction. It's really huge move. Yes, so not cable, sorry, for the Euro GBP. It's a really strong move. So because of this, we might maybe get retracement back to 36 EMA, where is also next resistance level here. Yeah, if we zoom out again, we will see that this is quite nice resistance area for this pair. So what we can do, we can look for trades against main direction, because weekly is pointing down, but because of possible retracement 130 pips, quite nice target. Yes, so if we go to daily chart, if we draw a trend line, we will see that our trend line was broken. Yes, we can even draw it like this. Yeah, it's still with the 3 touches. It looks like higher low on the daily chart. Price is breaking. It looks like we might get volatility. So what we can do, we can start to look for possible setups. If we look for the 4-hour chart trend line, we'll get this line here. So what we would like to see is the 4-hour chart 1 to 3 here, and then we can look for possible buys, or we go to 1 hour time frame, and if we would like to trade on the lower time frames, we just simply wait for possible setup here, and then we look for buy entries. Yes, on the EURGBP. Yes, so right now we have this option and only that, because I don't see any opportunities to look for sells. For me, of course, we need to wait for this trendline breakout to look for sell scenarios, but right now it's too early to say about any sell options. Yes, so only buy opportunities on the EURGBP. Euro yen, what we have is resistance here. We have also small resistance area around those previous spikes, and of course support level will be here. In between we have also support level, but it's more visible on the daily. Also this one is more visible on the daily. We had breakout of our 36 EMA. If we try to find any trend lines, we'll see that trend line is here, so we still have room for possible up move. If we change a little bit our trend line and we change the angle, we'll see, okay, price broke the 36, but there was a range. Yes, there was price didn't decide where to go exactly. It's still it still looks like a short weekly 1 to 3. So if this is a short weekly 1 to 3, this might be only a false breakout of the 36 EMA and then continuation of this down move. And we also see that we have this scenario here that price broke, but right now is retracing. Okay, so let's go. So right now it looks like price is didn't decide where to go exactly. Yes, and it's more visible on the daily. Because if we adjust our trend line, we will see that price just only spike. We have this resistance, which is of course, like I said, more visible on the daily. We had double top. Price spiked here, it's going up. So basically we are in the range. Yes, if we pay attention to the daily chart, we are in the range. If you would like to trade in more conservative way, you wait for breakout of the resistance or breakout of the trend line, and then of course you look for possible setups there. But because price reacted on the trend line, we still have some room to the resistances, like 50 pips, maybe 70 to the previous low. So for intraday trading it's still okay, and we have potential for a bigger move. We can right now look for long entries, but as an intraday combination. Yes, because price spiked on the 36, spiked on the trend line. We have trend line with at least three touches. Price is going up. So we go to 4-hour chart. We see that price is pointing up. We also had trend line breakout here. Yeah, so what we have to do is to get at least some retracement, maybe back to the 36 EMA, and then look for possible buy opportunities. Target this, or we try to look for the 1-hour chart. We look for the 1-hour chart 1 to 3, and then after 1-hour chart 1 to 3, we would like to look for lower time frame entries, like 5 minute, 1 minute. Yes, we just only need retracement and look for long entries. We can also go to Renko charts like M3, M2 settings and try to find longs. So this is one option for intraday traders. Another option, if you don't like what you see here, you can still see that, or wait to see the price again around this resistance level. And if you see, of course, breakout, we know what to do. We look for buys, but you can also look for short bounce entries and try to target this trend line. It's still possible. Yeah, so you have two options. Then if you can draw any trend line on the 4-hour chart, for example, or on the 1-hour, you can just simply wait for this trend line breakout and then look for short scenarios, but your target will be this trend line. Yeah, so this is option for the euro yen. GBP Swiss franc is another pair. So if we do top down approach here, we'll see that we have support level. We will see that we have resistance somewhere around this area. If we pay attention to the weekly chart, of course, next resistance on the weekly is here, but we don't need this right now, and support is here, but we also don't need this right now. Price is pointing down. It looks like it's breaking our 36 EMA on the weekly chart. If yes, we might get continuation to this support zone. So we go to the daily chart, and what we have to find, maybe some daily support level. And if we see, here is our support area on the daily chart. Next one is a little bit lower. It will be somewhere around this area here. So basically, after this move, price started to range. Yeah, and right now is breaking this range. So to the next support level, we might get like 170 pips. Price, it looks like, is breaking this area. So what we can say, okay, let's try to find setups. First is, of course, we can go to the 1-hour chart immediately. We see volatility, so what we need to get is the 1-hour chart 1 to 3 here. Yes, and if we get 1-hour chart 1 to 3 here, then we can look for definitely for the short scenarios. Yes, on this pair, or 4-hour chart. Yes, we have to wait for the 4-hour chart 1 to 3 here, and then we can look for short scenarios also looks nice for now. I hope that the volatility will still stay. Remember GEP pair, so if you know about some fundamental news, sometimes it's just better to wait. Also more aggressively, if we like 15-minute chart, retracement back to the 15-minute 36 EMA, and then also look for short scenarios. Yes, so for now it looks like we have something. If price will retrace and will back to this area, we don't want to touch this pair anymore. Yes, right now focus only for short scenarios. GBP New Zealand is similar because we have this 36 EMA and price is bouncing or is retesting the 36 EMA, but let's see what we have still. We have a little bit of support around this area. We also get another support lower, and of course next one is here, and resistance is somewhere around this zone. It looks like a weekly long 1 to 3 if we pay attention to this scenario. Yeah, it looks like this. Yes, so what we like to see is the bounce on 36 and continuation, but because this is weekly chart, yes, we can wait some time. So let's go to lower time frames to see what we might get. And what we see, this is our trend line, which was broken with the false breakout. Price went up again, retested, so we can change a little bit our angle, yes, to see something like this. And for now it looks like a daily trendline breakout with the first daily short 1 to 3. Of course we know that around this area is 36 EMA on the weekly and support zone, but for now it looks like price is gaining some volatility. So in this case we can look for low risk trades because our next possible target is far away. Yes, long-term target. If we check for the daily chart, we will see that this is our area of the support. We would like to combine definitely this daily short 1 to 3 with lower time frame scenarios. So daily support level is a little bit lower, so before of course price reach this, we still might get a reaction here, but this is still 250 pips. So whatever we would like to trade here, we have nice targets. So why not to try? Yes, why not to try if we get something? So we have breakout. So let's go to 1 hour chart, and on the 1 hour chart what we need to see is some retracement first. And if we get retracement back to the 36, you can look for short scenarios on the 1 hour chart or combinations 1 hour with the 5-minute, 15-minute or Renko settings. But for now we need to see some retracement on the 1 hour chart and then some bounces. Yeah, again, low risk trade because we know that on the weekly chart we are around the support area and 36 EMA. That's why we can we have to lower our risk, but if price would like to go in our direction, the targets are really nice. Yes, so this is option for this. NZDCAD is another pair. What we see, it's a breakout of the 36 EMA here on the weekly chart. It still looks like a short weekly 1 to 3. Yes, but of course to look for short entries we need to wait for this line breakout, and then we can look for short scenarios. If this happens, our weekly target is here. So it's right now far away, so we have a lot of potential room for this. Resistance for this pair on the weekly chart is here, and that's all on the weekly. We also have some area here, but let's go to the daily chart. Maybe we'll see some details. And on the weekly chart, on the daily chart, we have this support zone here. Yes, we see. Where is the 36 EMA? We see the previous spikes and touches. We also have trend line, something like this. So what we can have is a potential bounce scenario on this profit zone, which is 36 and the trend line. If yes, then we can try to target previous highs, and then after breakout of those previous highs, we have long-term target here. So what we can do, we can just try to look for lower time frames And after this trendline breakout, yes, which is happening right now, we can look for longs, but we don't have higher high and higher low. So in this case, it's better to wait, because we are still, yes, if we check this, yeah, price is still reacting around this previous highs here. So basically what we need to get, we need to see that price is breaking those highs. So if we have for our chart 1 to 3 like this, then we can easily look for long entries. Look for the long entries, and of course we know that our target is on the highs. Exactly the same on the lower time frames. Yes, if we go to 1 hour chart, we see that price is struggling. So what we need to get is the 1 hour chart 1 to 3 here, and then we can look for possible buy entries. If we see that price is rejecting this, yes, we will go down. We don't want to be involved in any trading here. It's not good area for us to trade. The best way right now is simply to have a little bit patience and wait for simply breakout of those two areas. Let me delete this line. Yes, and after breakout of those two areas, here you can look for long entries. Here definitely short entries. If short entries, our next daily level for target will be here. Of course, weekly is a long term, but still we have this 110 pips. So this is option for us for using the CAD, and this is of course target for long entries. And last pair is using the Swiss franc, which is quite similar. Yeah, we still have short weekly 1 to 3. Yes, but price didn't break this 2 to 3 line, or haven't broken this yet. And right now we have to go, of course, go to lower time frames to see. But let's finish our top-down approach. We have this trend line where price had some reaction. Support level on the weekly chart is of course on the previous lows. Resistance level on the weekly chart visible is here, and in between we will see that we have something on the daily chart, which is also visible a little bit on the weekly. Yes, because we had spikes here, false breakout here, and also reaction here, and this is the only line which we can draw, but the angle is quite good. So let's go to daily chart, and what we'll see on the daily. Like I said, it's really similar to the NZDCAD. We have trend line. Yes, right now it looks like we have those spikes, also spike here. So basically, if we would like to trade this, we need to wait for this line breakout, this our 2 to 3 line breakout, and look for possible long scenarios. Then this is our target, this is our area. We also have some support zone. Yes, if we look for this spike. So basically this breakout of this line and this breakout of trend line and this support level, we can treat as a potential short scenarios. In case of the down move, we don't have nice and clear support area on the daily chart. If we would like to draw something which is not so clear, but here we have some support zone. So in case of the breakout of this area, this is our potential target, this 100 pip support zone. Yes, so basically, again, we would like to stay away basically from this pair as long as we are here. But this is a little bit different scenario than using the CAD. So for intraday traders, you have like 40 pips, maybe 50 pips, and you have 4-hour chart 1 to 3. Yes, so if you like, you can still look for aggressive short entries, but on really low time frame. 5-minute chart is a maximum time frame. It's because you still have to manage your trade on the previous lows. Your target definitely can be trend line and support, but you have to manage this trade on the previous lows. So right now what you can do, you can say, okay, I just wait for breakout of those two areas and I know my targets. Or if I'm scalper, I'm on the profit zone, Yes, right now I have my trendline breakout. Okay, what I can do, I can wait for the retracement back to the 36 CMA, and if I would like to take this, okay, let's take it. Yes, but your target is of course here, so it still might be okay, like 20 pips. If we see retracement, stop loss 10 pips plus spread target might be 30, so still okay. Yes, lower it's like 50 pips, and in case of the breakout, you can get really nice trade also. Yes, if price won't break it, yes, if we see that price is going down, is bouncing, then of course we still wait for those two scenarios. Okay guys, so that's all for this week. If you like this video, of course, feel free to share it and comment it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact with us. So again, wish you a happy new year, and talk to you soon. Bye.